Anna in the kitchen.
Are you looking for a dessert to steal the show at your next dinner party? Well, my ruby chocolate creme brulee is truly a winner. I love creme brulee. It's its simplicity, and it all starts with whipping cream.
She pours some in a pot.
I've got 1 cup of whipping cream here, and I'm going to heat that with a little bit of vanilla.
She grabs a bottle.
You could use vanilla bean or vanilla bean paste at this point.
And pours.
And the heat will draw out the flavor.
She turns the heat on.
I want to bring this to just below a simmer. And when it comes to heating whipping cream, do keep an eye on it. Once it comes up to a simmer, it will boil over. But I have plenty of time here to separate my 3 eggs. I need the yolks.
She separates them.
Now, you did hear me correctly. I said ruby chocolate creme brulee. Ruby chocolate is from its own variety of cocoa bean that has a natural pink color. So this pink color is 100% natural. And it seems strange, but honestly, when you taste ruby chocolate, you swear it has a berry taste.
The cream.
This is simmering, so I'll take it off the heat.
She turns off the element too.
And I'll add my 2 ounces of ruby chocolate.
She pours the pink chocolate chips into the cream.
Sometimes couverture chocolate comes in chips like this. Sometimes it comes in blocks and you have to chop.
She now puts the ramekin down and grabs a whisk.
What you can't use is regular chocolate chips, the kind you put in cookies.
She whisks the melting chocolate throughout the warmed vanilla cream.
Now that my cream is hot, the chocolate is melted, I can add my 1 tablespoon of sugar to my egg yolk.
Which she does.
You always want to add the sugar right before you start adding the cream. That way it stays nice and smooth.
She whisks the sugar and yolks.
And the sugar is really actually less for the sweetness. The sweetness comes from the ruby or white chocolate you're using, but the sugar helps protect the eggs as I slowly pour in the cream. Start slowly.
She keeps her whisk going as she pours the cream in.
And then just increase your whisking as you add the rest of the cream. Let's have a little fun with our creme brulee. To play on that pink color from the ruby chocolate, I'm going to add some freeze-dried raspberries. These really add an intense pop of raspberry flavor, but I want to crush them up first.
She pours hers into a piping bag.
Just with your hands.
At first, she crushes them with her fingers. Then she rolls the bag between her palms.
Before I pour my creme brulee into my cups, I want to get rid of
using a large spoon,
the air bubbles at the surface of the custard.
She skims them off.
I might as well do it now before I stir in the freeze-dried raspberries.
The foam,
because they can float to the top,
is spooned into a ramekin.
But you want to do this so that your bruleed sugar on top really brulees well.
Now finished.
There we go.
She puts the spoon and ramekin into the sink and grabs the piping bag.
Okay, and in go the raspberries.
She pours them into the bowl with the rest of the ingredients and whisks.
Just like that ruby chocolate. The intensity of the pink color from something from nature just kind of blows my mind sometimes.
And soon, she's done mixing.
As soon as I add those raspberries to the warm cream, I can smell that beautiful aroma.
The whisk goes in the sink.
All right, time to get the custard into the cups.
She now sets down a roasting pan.
I've got my creme brulee dishes. You can bake these in a conventional ramekin if you wish. I like the flat dishes. More surface area for the bruleed sugar on top. A great little tip to keep your dishes from sliding around in your roasting pan, place a paper towel down. Of course, we're gonna put water in the pan so your paper won't burn.
She sets all the brulee dishes on top of the paper towel in the bottom of the roasting pan.
Go.
4 in total.
And then just ladle.
She scoops up a ladleful.
Your custard into each dish.
She fills the first one.
A little goes a long way when it comes to creme brulee.
And now she fills the last one.
I've preheated my oven to 325. And before I put the water in the pan, which is very awkward to carry, I'll open the oven door first.
She then returns to the roasting pan and picks it up.
Bring the custards over.
She sets them on the oven door and grabs a kettle.
And then it's easier and safer to pour the water around the dishes from here.
She pours approximately 2 centimeters of water into the roasting pan.
The water comes about halfway up the dish.
She adds a little bit more, then puts them into the oven.
Those only take 15 to 20 minutes to set. They'll have a little jiggle in the center, be set on the outside. I'll take them out of the water to cool and then chill them down. If you're baking in a regular ramekin, add an extra 5 to 10 minutes to that cook time. Then it'll be time for the best part, the brulee.
Clearing her dirty dishes, she heads off. And later,
part of the fun of hosting a dinner party is putting on a bit of a show. And you can definitely do that with creme brulee. I've got a butane kitchen torch, my granulated sugar, and my beautiful chilled creme brulee custards.
She sprinkles sugar on
To
them.
caramelize the sugar on top, I find it's easiest to layer on the sugar. If you put too thick of a layer and start torching, you'll burn the top before the sugar underneath has melted. And then you keep building on those layers until you get that caramelized sugar crust to the thickness you're happy with.
She adds more sugar.
And there it is, an iconic French bistro dessert, but yet with a little contemporary twist. The combination of freeze-dried raspberries and ruby chocolate worked into it. You are going to be a hit at your next dinner party. So enjoy every moment of it.
She holds one.
I'll enjoy every moment of this.
And with the teaspoon she's holding, she cracks the top, grabs a spoonful, and eats. She waves the spoon happily, then goes for more.